So today we're going to talk about everything that I know about time. Hey, what's up? Welcome to Dr. Centeo. All right, so we're going to dive right into it. Of course, I'm giving it to you raw. I don't have anything really planned out. I just kind of turned on the camera, had an idea. Maybe I had an idea and then turned on the camera. So let's talk about the most common time that most of us are familiar with, the 3D Earth human time. So if it's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, you have the standard AM, PM, you have the military time. Those are the two times that are pretty common. I don't think every second weighs the same. Neither does every hour or every day or every week or month or year. So on, so on, so on. It depends what you're really focused on, because you can have a really good day, but not a productive one. You can have a really good month, but maybe what made it good was that you were productive. What I'm just trying to say is time, when it comes to AM, PM time, human time, which if we can talk about the history of time, time obviously is a system, right? It's not something that was given. It's not the all almighty. It's a system, just like many other systems that people don't realize it's a system, which isn't wrong. We don't have to hide the fact that it's a system, and then we don't have to be afraid that it is a system. We need to understand that our ancestors and people in time, regardless if they were in power or not, that these are creations that later down the road play huge effects on our civilization. Time has affected us human beings in a way that creates organization, creates order in some type of way or form. Like, if you want to meet somebody at a certain time, you can meet somebody at that time. You don't have to use the stars and the days or the sun and the time. We have, oh my gosh. And this nowadays, we have everything it's less physical demanding at this time, and it's more emotional and more mental strengthening. I think we're starting to walk into a time where our emotional presence is going to be validated. I think people are going to start dropping like flies, to be honest. I think that our emotional state is being weighted or judged, or people are really gonna start figuring out what they want in life, and if they're not, they're gonna be walking into what they want in life, because we can't keep playing this limbo game and then the push and the pull, and then I want you and now I don't want you. Time is not on our side when it comes to that, right? Now let's talk about experience. Experience is also a time. In a game where you level up, the more you level up, the faster time goes for you. You can do things at a quicker speed. You can finish a task at a quicker speed if you have more experience in it. Like, for example, changing a tire. If it's your first time changing a tire, without the experience of actually changing a tire, how long do you think it will take you than it would take an actual certified mechanic who has changed hundreds and hundreds of tires? So let's just say it took you 30 minutes to figure out how to change a tire based off a person that doesn't have experience. So not you personally, all right? I want you to remove yourself, take your personal attachments out, because when I say you, I'm talking about an invisible person. And not just an imaginative person. So please use your imagination. The time and experience is a whole different time zone, right? You get that through, I guess I should finish up my example. So if the invisible imaginative person, A, has no experience in whatever the task is asking for, it may take them a while to figure it out. And not just because he doesn't understand the process, but because he has to do physical engagement and his body may not be used to those engagements or not be comfortable. He may not know how to push too hard or push too softly. And then also the person B, who is a trained certified tire changer, he could probably change at least 3 or 4 or 5 tires by the time you finish that one tire. My point is, that's experience time right there. He saved a whole bunch of time. Imagine if everybody changed a tire as slow as person A, and there was no way around it. It didn't matter how many times you knew how to change a tire, but everybody, it took that long. Like, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, the faster you get, the stronger you get, the more aware you become in a task. I think that it's amazing that a company invests into their employees, even if they're not aware, you know, that they're investing into you. I think we'll be moving in a time where companies do become more hyperactive and in these types of situations where employees become more not family orientated but celebrated, that employees become celebrated and they become more rewarded rather than just making money. I think we're coming in a time where making money isn't that big of a deal. We have a lot of money. We have a bunch of money. There's money everywhere. There's money always flowing. There's money always going in and out, out and in, right? We don't need to really, we have that experience, right? We have the world, the collective, I mean. I'm not talking about the imaginative person. I'm talking about the imaginative world now. The imaginative world has enough money. It has more than enough money. It doesn't need to keep building to make more money. Now we're going to start building with purpose. We're going to start creating with purpose. And we're going to start with one, section at a time, regardless if it's our educational side, our workforce, our military, our genders, our sexualities. It's just, we're coming to an open time where people are understanding that they are not going through things alone. So anyways, the more that we go through this types of recalibration, reprocessing, reconverting, we assist one another. We help each other, because when you have a more clear vision of yourself, more people have more clear visions of you. And how you discover that clear vision of yourself makes it possible for the people that are connected to you in either physical form, energetic form, you know, people that you're around, people that meet you, people that you interact with. And then most people are not familiar, but you have a whole group that you are with. I believe I like to call it number 1 through 9. 1 through 9 tribes. So we all have a numerology number within us, and we are assigned to a group when it comes to energy. A lot of people didn't know that that's where numerology comes from. As it comes from a belief of knowing that your number is where you belong, and that is your soul tribe. But we do entangle with one another. It's not really so significant at this time because it hasn't really truly been activated. And I guess the way it becomes activated is when you become more aware. And when you become more aware, the activation behind what it stands for becomes more real, becomes more alive, becomes more powerful, more potent. So I'm not here to really, people, you guys need to know this, wake up. You guys need to freaking be here, you know. You guys don't know what's happening around the world. And, you know, I'm not all about for all of that stuff. But I do like that when people talk about it, because I'm just like, oh, they're just waking up themselves. They're so cute. Because it is. It's like, you know, it's like a child being born. When a child being born, they freak out. And they cry and they scream, but it's not because they're like really afraid. It's just that's how they're starting to function. That's how they're learning their bodies, their vessels. That's how they're learning how to move. And it's like when you're lifting a heavy weight, you hear that screaming, like, ah, you know? So imagine, like, that's really what it is. But we don't know how to use our words when we're infants, when we're a little child. We are just experiencing and learning and doing whatever we care to do. And sometimes that's just make noise and just like, you know, do all these crazy stuff. At least from an adult point of view, you know, once you've learned the ways of life or learned enough, I should say, because life is always reevaluating itself and it's changing, and some people continue to stay on board where they're at, and some people like to go ahead and change it up with it. So yeah, time is a really cool thing because I talked about in my past video how you can talk to your future on purpose, and you can talk to it with intention. You can talk to your future. Obviously, it's not like at least for me, you experience it how you want to experience it, but I'm explaining what I do when I personally do these types of practices, because it is a healing wellness practice, I believe, it's my point of view. So since we're talking about time and we're talking about talking with the future, let's talk about what I believe the past and the future is. So you guys know the week, right? You know how there's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then tomorrow is always the next day, and then the day that has passed was always yesterday, right? So I believe all the days from when I was born that I lived, right? It's like tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, but I'm still right here, right? But I can project tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, the first week, week 2, week 3, week 4, month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4, month 5, month 6, month 7, month 8, month 9, month 10, month 11, month 12, which is 1 year, which is equivalent to 1 year. That's the transition. The transition is when things become equivalent. So we got 12 months is 1 year, then we got 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years. 10 years is also equivalent to 1 decade, which is also equivalent to 120 years, or 20 months, I'm sorry. I was so passionate. 120 months. That's a lot of months. That's a lot of hours. That's a lot of days. That's a lot of seconds. And that's the trap. That's the trap with time. There's no every day. There's not more than 1 day that lives within us. We are not here with more than 1 day. All right? See, this is how age was created, which kind of sucks in some ways, but so does a lot of other things. Make sure I'm hearing that message right. I gotta clean these ears. So how I see the past is that the past is all lump sum behind me. It's in my memories, right? The future is also in my memories, but it's what I'm projecting, what I'm trying to foresee. So even though tomorrow's another day, I still see the same buildings. It's not like I'm in a different world, right? It's not like I'm in a different place, my room changes up. Like, I'm still equivalent. The past and the future are equivalent to the present. You are the present. So unless I change something or something outside of me with the force that is capable of changing it, like another person or whatever the case is, right? My reality is my own reality. I'm sharing my reality with all of you. you are, unless you engage with me, then you're sharing your reality with me. You're sharing that input. You're sharing that data. And that's all I believe we are. It's just a whole bunch of data. And we're a collective data. What are you? Like, what you are. Like, you can say my hand, right? You can say my eyes, or my mouth, or my hair. My hair is itchy, or my hand is getting stronger, or my heart, my throat, or, you know, you say all of these mine like they're a possession of you. And I'm like, so what are you? You are a collective of all of those things. The same way we as the human beings are the collective of our whole reality. We hold the reality of together. If my hand gets stronger, then I get stronger as a whole. I have the strong belief where I say, to have a stronger family, I must become stronger. And to just become strong, if you want to become stronger, you have to strengthen yourself. And that's where I'm going to end the video. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening and just hearing my nonsense come out. But this is kind of fun. Actually, it's lots of fun. Stay tuned for the next video. I'll be doing a reading. Thank you. Bye-bye.